I don't understand that at all. How we doing? 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 Let's get this jamming here. Let's turn that off. Okay. Dope. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, so kind of a funny thing. Sort of kind of a funny thing that just happened. So I get on here and I want to stream, obviously, right? I want to stream to all you fine folks, and I do it via Restream. So actually, I can give you a little bit of inception here, and we can kind of check it out. So if we go over here, so for those of you that don't know, and I really want to make some content on it, but at least like kind of put it on the website and stuff like that. I like to share the way that I do things because maybe one or two people will give a shit and learn something from it, and then they can make their own content, what have you. So real quickly, I will give you a thing. So if you see my mouse here, obviously you can see my screen. Down here, you can see my face, and on the left side, you can see like a chat. And there's a couple things going on there. I'm using Streamlabs OBS to, as the interface between the stream. That like streams it out from there, and it streams it to Restream, which is actually the chat on the side there. So if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or Periscope or hopefully soon to be LinkedIn, you can comment directly on that platform, and it all shows up in that little chat thing there. If you've been here before, you probably know what I'm talking about. But that is kind of what I want to talk about there briefly is, and I don't want to get super technical, but this Restream thing here that you see, if we click on this, obviously you see like a bunch of weird stuff now. This is sort of like the back end of that, so you can kind of see like the platforms that were on here. You can see like a bunch of Inception shit going on up here because it's going to like do some weird stuff where you see a bunch of me, but don't pay attention to that. This was giving me some trouble. I would go live on the Restream, or I would go live on Streamlabs OBS, and then it pushes it to this platform here, this Restream platform, and then that pushes it out to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, right? So the problem that I literally just had was it wasn't working. So then I had to change like this weird setting called keyframe interval, and I have no idea what that means or why that had anything to do with it, because it was not telling me that was the problem. But yeah, that was kind of funny. So if anybody needs to know that, then you're welcome. So moral of the story, put your keyframe interval on 2, whatever the fuck that means. Okay. Good, great. So now let's get into this here. So we had a pretty good day overall. I would say it was pretty solid. We had a call with the client for Find It Tech, and that went well. It was the first time I met them, and I'm working alongside a colleague of mine. I think it's going to be a great project. I'm very excited. I hope to share that with you guys when that's all complete. But very excited about that. Like I said, I'm always interested in learning about people, like what they want to do, what their passions are, what their businesses are in that sense, like business owners, their idea of what they're doing and stuff like that. So that was awesome. Very excited about that. While we're here, I will just continue to do the posting of links that I always do. So there you go. There's the Find a Tech website for anybody that cares. That is my web design company. Check it out. If you need a website, hit me up. I'll either do it or I'll teach you how to do it. Next one, published and promoted AM and the PM 26. So I will also do the same thing because I like posting links of the stuff that I'm doing. So this is our website, which actually is not linked too many places, but there it is in the chat. So it's amandthepmpodcast.com. And we have all of our stuff. And while we're here, I'm actually going to click on this real quick, because Anchor screwed me earlier today, and it's fucked here too. So what happened was I put on an episode onto Anchor, and that Anchor pushes it out to everyone. It pushes it out to Google Podcasts and all these other places, and basically you can play it from, like Spotify and or wherever, and right, and it plays it from the RSS feed that the podcast sits on. It's kind of like a feed of data, basically. It's not important, but the moral of the story is that I put in an hour and 40 some minutes of clips, like of audio clips, and for some reason the last 10 minutes got messed up and it didn't post. I have no idea what the hell happened. It never has happened to me like that on Anchor before. But yeah, so that was kind of like really annoying. So I hope I updated it on Anchor. Hopefully it updates other places. I don't know. That would suck if it doesn't, but I don't know. We shall see, because I don't want to have to like take this off of the website and stuff like that. That would be annoying. But yeah, there's our website. And if you want to listen to it, I personally prefer YouTube. I like listening to YouTube. I like watching YouTube. This is our most recent episode here, and I will post it in the chat for you so you can take a look at that. And yeah, go check out the most recent episode that I did and promoted. So yeah, so we did that today. Also received 2 pairs of hockey gloves because I ordered 2 on accident. And yeah, so hang on, let me get them. These are them. So they're, Nike lacrosse gloves, yada, yada. Nothing super special here. Although I have bought Nike lacrosse gloves for the past, like, probably 5-6 years. That's probably too long, actually. I don't know how long, 4 years maybe. But very interestingly, I've never played lacrosse, but they always have, like, little strings here. And these ones didn't have strings. And I was actually thinking about cutting the strings off the other ones. So that's kind of actually really interesting, because now I don't have to do that, because these ones didn't come with strings. Don't know why, but just a fun fact for you. So I got 2 pairs of those. We're stocked up on that. We got some more stuff coming. I got the Civic back. I paid like $360 for an oil change, inspections, emissions, and a new wheel bearing. So yeah, I just cannot wait to switch to EV, hopefully Tesla. I also saw a Lucid video the other day. You should check that out. Lucid, I don't know. New company, new electric car company, but I just can't wait to never have to have oil changes again and like other maintenance and stuff like that. Obviously things would be expensive to fix, but I don't know. Just I just like Teslas. I want one, but can't afford that right now. So maybe one day. This parenting role reversal thing. So like, I don't need to really get into it, but it's just like, if you have a problem, like, you should solve it. It's kind of my opinion. It's tough for me because like I'm starting to realize that like a lot of the things that I'm doing, like I'm trying to be like mature in the way that I solve problems and the way that I think about things and the way that I attack different instances. Like, I'll give you a great example. I need to buy back some of my time. I say it every fucking night. And I think about like, how am I going to get somebody or some entity to do like these podcasts for me, right? And produce all this content. And how am I going to figure that out? And how am I going to scale this stuff? And I'm trying to, actually work through that every single day. And I'm not complaining about it. Like, I'm doing what I need to do, and it sucks because like I want to just get to the next step, but I haven't yet. But like, the point that I'm making is that if you have a problem, you need to solve it, and just be a grown up, be an adult. Don't like, push that out on other people. Don't be like annoying. If you were a kid, this is the parenting role reversal thing. It's like, because like your parents will end up doing this to you probably like as you get older. It's like, if you were a kid, then your parents would tell you like, you have to do this or something like that. Like, you have to figure out a way to do better in school or something like that. But like, I've just started to notice that like, as people get older, they just stop fucking learning, or they think that they can't do things. Certain people, it's like, that's not how I want to live, and I don't think that's how other people should live. And it doesn't matter until it starts to affect me, and then it does fucking matter. So that's kind of the 2 cents on that. So ultimately, that's kind of my thoughts there. And sort of just like somewhat related to that, but not really. I think I sent out a tweet today. It was about, it was actually on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And it was just like, don't watch TV. There's so many other ways to consume media. There's so many like more valuable things out there. Just so many people underestimate the value of YouTube and podcasts and so many other things. So, just don't sleep on it. So highly recommend that. Okay. I also went out to, I just got back recently from Mad Mex with my buddy Zach. So that was dope. Love me some Mad Mex. That's on the, we can actually check that out too. Why the hell not? Let's go to the story. Click. Oh, this was funny. Oh yeah, I have to talk about this too. So this is I don't have the sound on or anything like that, but please carefully consider college before you jump into it. Go to my let's do this. Go to right here. If you're not following me already on Instagram, I don't know what you're doing, but go there. Go to Instagram. Follow me if you haven't, and then and check out my story on that thing because I'm not going to play the sound necessarily because I don't know if you could be able to hear it. But there's my gloves, and this is the nightly segment where we go through all my stories. And there is the podcast that I promoted on my stuff, and then this basically I can summarize and say like this dude goes through and he says. Like, oh, he's like making fun of like college. He's like, one side is him, the other side is college, and he's talking like, you know, like them. And it's like, okay, so I'm gonna give you a bunch of money, and then you're going to pay for all the resources and everything. And they're like, define resources. And he's like, books and parking, and you know, like, and I can skip class because I'm paying for it. And they're like, no. You know, it's like, so just, I'm not telling people to not go to college. I'm not telling people to go to college, because I don't really think that that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that like before you jump into thousands and thousands of dollars of debt when you're 18, please consider it. Like, please try to weigh your options. Try to be a little more mentally mature and see like, well, do I really want to be a lawyer? Like, do I really want to do this, that, and the other thing? There's some things you obviously have to, like medical and stuff like that. But honestly, like if I didn't go to college, I think I didn't get a lot out of it. I didn't stay there. I didn't get a lot of that experience. I didn't get a lot of like living on my own or anything like that. So I honestly think that I probably would have definitely saved money. I'm still out of debt anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But like I would have saved time. I would have saved money, and I probably would have been able to like jumpstart my career and then hopefully get to entrepreneurship earlier, and maybe I'd be further along now. I don't know. I'm not regretting it. I'm just saying that like just be cognizant, please. Nobody likes to get into debt, and debt is bad. So yeah, don't do that. And go watch that. So there's Mad Max, just like the menu. These things are fucking phenomenal. If you go to Mad Max, get these Jersey chips. They're just like waffle fries, and then they have like queso and ranch. Absolutely amazing. Get them every time I go there. And then this is a burrito. So it's like just like chicken and rice and beans and stuff like that. And with little peppers and onions and all that. That's also fire. So I just love Mad Max. We were going to go to Denny's, but decided against it. So that was solid. Okay. So with all of that out of the way, the last thing kind of like that I've worked on for most of the day and might continue tomorrow is some of my MJS site. So let's go there now. So if you've seen this before, this is what it is. And I'll kind of show you like a little bit of like kind of how I edit stuff. Not like nothing crazy, but just like while we go through this. So I was working on this, and then the pieces that I worked on today specifically were the wallpapers. So I'm going to have like an Instagram post or something as well. But if you want to just go here now, you can go here now. And this is the wallpapers page, obviously. And so I have mobile, and like you can just click on them, and then there's like a little download button up here, download image. So there's like, and you can scroll through and stuff like that. But like these are all just different things, like different things that I say. Each one of these has like a little kind of message on them, and I just really believe in a lot of this stuff. Nothing crazy. I mean, really just backgrounds and stuff. I would love to have some like commission people to actually make like better backgrounds, like better designs to these sayings. That would be awesome. But I really like the messaging in some of these, and I just, you know, they're simple, but I think they're kind of cool. So these are all just like, you know, regular standard phone backgrounds, and then I have like desktop and super ultra wide because that's what this is, this 32:9 screen. That's what I have right now. I'll make more. I'll have somebody else make more, but I really love this idea. It's cool from a brand perspective. It's cool from just like I think I have this one on my thing right now on my home screen. So it's just kind of cool. I like the sayings. I like the messaging. I think they look pretty sweet. They're at least good quality, regardless of whether they're kind of stock imagey or not. I think they're kind of sweet. So I like them. If you want them, go download them. They're fucking free. But I want to put like an Instagram post or something like that just to make it a little bit more known. That would be cool. So I worked on that. I want to work on a lot of other stuff. But the other things that I worked on was I was working on my story. So this is, I fucking love this. I mean, truthfully, like I can't say anything else about this. Like I just love this idea of like a little Wikipedia-esque type page that kind of has all my shit about it, and you know, just all different facts and like my story and everything like that. And this is, here's the link to that one. So if you want to check that out, this is not done. This site is not done. I'm actually going to write that in the chat. This site is not done. Smiley face. So, but if you want to check it out, it is live. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working on, but I'm working on all of this, and this is like sort of like my story and everything like that. You can see there's definitely some typos and shit. But I'm really, really excited about all this, because when this is complete and like I do like kind of like just, you know, announce the site a little bit more and everything like that, you can go on here and you're going to learn so much about me. And I want to place online while as I'm doing all this shit. I think right now I'm kind of in this place where like a lot of people that know me kind of know that like I do, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, they're interested. They see me on FBP. They might see me on AM and the PM. They see my videos and whatever. And, you know, I get people all the time. Like they know that I'm on here every night, but obviously they're not watching every night, which is fine, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what I mean is if somebody wants to like start a business, or if somebody wants to like, you know, has finance questions or something like that, or any way that I can help like with the things that I'm doing, I would love for them, honestly, ideally, them not even know me, right? And then they see something about me like, who the hell is this guy? And they go to my website and they can read literally my entire fucking life story if they wanted to. There is absolutely no excuse for them to feel like they could not like me, I guess, based on the stuff that they read. I understand that. But here's the thing that I do not want them to even have the opportunity to say. I have been in situations very recently, if you watch these streams, where like I come across people on the internet and it's like they seem like they're doing some cool stuff, or they reach out to me or whatever, but there's absolutely no credibility. They're just like random fucking people with like bullshit posts or whatever, this, that, and the other thing, or they're like cold caller type-esque people. I don't even want anybody to have the opportunity to think that like I don't know and I don't believe in it and I'm not like passionate about the shit that I'm doing. Like I'm literally putting every fucking thing that I have ever done into this story, like, you know, story like categorized out in these things, because I want you to know, like, if you want to do something with me and you care about, you know, like these kind of pillars that I have right here, right? These things that I care about in my life, for instance, like health, personal development, relationships, wealth, spirituality. Like if you care about that shit and you want to talk about that stuff, I want you to read this and be like, oh, wow, Mark actually gives a fuck about these things and he has some thoughts on it. Maybe I should hit him up and say like, hey, what do you think about this? I was thinking about starting this thing, or I was thinking about like doing this. Like, what's your idea? And I would love to talk to you about it. Like, that's what I want to do. I want you to read this career thing, and I want you to see like how I had a job and I was like, this kind of fucking sucks. And then I'm like, oh, I kind of started these other things, and it's like, all right, well, now I'm out of there. Goodbye. I'm going to do these other things on my own now. And my thought process behind like, oh, I'm gonna make like a parent company, and then I'm gonna have all these other companies underneath it because I like doing all these things, and I'm gonna have Find It Tech, which is going to be like sort of the backbone for everything, because I like web design and I'm going to need a lot of that to market all these different things. I mean, it's my fucking life. Like, you know, I like doing this, and I'm not doing it because like I'm not doing it out of the sense of you should know everything about me because I'm so special. Not at all. I'm doing it actually purely almost from like a credibility standpoint. Like, here is the story. Read the story if you want, if you're interested. And if you have any questions, or you think that I can help you in any sort of way, or you like what I'm doing, hit me the fuck up and we'll do something cool. Yeah, that's the way that I see it. So I'm just like, I just get so excited about this type of thing. And I just think everybody should do this. But I know a lot of people don't do it for some reason. Like, they don't think that their story is good enough, or they don't think that they've been through enough shit, or they think that they don't know enough. And that is just all bullshit. Every person that I've heard about on FBP, every couple that we've interviewed on AM and the PM has all had like good stories, good things to say, and everything like that. They could easily make something like this. Okay, I mean, you have to learn how to make a website to make something exactly like this. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you could easily do something where like you publish things about your life that people would benefit from. But then again, you'd have to want that, obviously, right? Like, you'd have to want people to benefit from you knowing, or from them knowing like the things that you've gone through, and like, you know, the value that you can provide and all that sort of stuff. So, so I worked a little bit on this. I was kind of digging into some of these these things here. Like I said, it's a work in progress, just exactly like my life, So, but I'm excited about this because this is like the foundation of everything that I'm doing, and it's just going to keep growing. So, but like I said, that is the motive behind this. And yeah, so I'd also like it. This is a nice picture that we just got taken here, but I would like something. I just I need shirts. I need good clothing with the Fuel by Progress stuff, and I'm just not there yet. But yeah, so we're coming along. Okay, so I was working on this. The other thing that I was doing is actually not in the site yet. It's actually over here, and we can get to it like this. We will just check it out. This is actually kind of cool. Like I just thought of this idea today. And so it's going to be a page. It's going to be called Ball Hockey or something like that. I don't know where it's going to go or what it's going to be or whatever. But this is, so I don't know what the fuck this is doing here. Again, like this is all kind of like a work in progress. But this is going to be kind of cool. So let me kind of preface this. So I play ball hockey, obviously. Most of you know that. If you're watching this, I'm sure you know that. But I'm not by any means like a fucking superstar. Like I think I'm pretty good, but like I'm not like, I haven't made the national team. Like I played in like one, maybe 2A tournaments or something like that. But I really like the sport. It's taken up a lot of my life. I devote a lot of time to it. I try to constantly get better. And I think that this is like one small subset of the things that are like, this is probably like one of the only things that I do that isn't businessy, if that makes sense. Like everything else that I do in my life, I've basically made into a business. There's no way that I'm making money from ball hockey yet. So here's my idea. I have a ball hockey page on the site, and it has like, some of my stats. Like stats are like fucking whatever. Like it's from like Cranberry ball hockey and North Hills deck hockey and whatever. And I think I was trying to do like Murraysville or whatever. But the point is like these would be like links or something. I was trying to put the stats in there. It's ridiculous. But point is like this page would have like some stats on it, like whatever I've done like at those places. It would have some of the photos that I have just either lying around or like, put somewhere. And then they would have a couple videos, which again, this media is hard to find because there's nothing really good. Like you're literally dealing with like just, IP cameras from, down at a deck or something like that of maybe one or two things that I've like either filmed like good highlights or whatever. So again, it's not going to be anything crazy, because the level of quality of things that are out there that I have been personally involved in and recorded, very low. But the point is just something there, some sort of media. Honestly, this is the most exciting for me. So obviously this is a bunch of random shit right now because these are products that I was messing around with on the other thing that we can talk about. But just let me explain this. Here is my idea. So if you go over to this document here that I have, it's called My Profile. It has nothing to do with anything, but like I have like hockey, okay? And I have some equipment that I use all the time. So I have like, obviously you have a stick, shin guards, or look, just stick, helmet, mouthpiece, elbow pads, gloves, padded shorts, like all that sort of stuff. So much like most videos maybe that you've ever seen on YouTube where somebody says, oh, look at this cool new product here. It's like, accessory, whatever, yada, yada. And they say, oh, all the good things about this product, yada, yada. And like a little product review. And they say, hey, if you want to buy this, click the link in the description and go buy it. What that is 99% of the time is an affiliate link. You click on that link. It's a special link. It sends you to Amazon, perhaps. And you buy the thing just like you would regularly, like if you just searched it up. However, when you use that link, the person that gave you that link, the YouTuber or whatever in that sense, makes a little bit of money off it. Very small, just little commission because they technically sent you there, right? So one idea that I had was I'm going to take these products and I'm going to try to get affiliate links for them, whether it's through Amazon or through some other platform. It'll be tough because most of the stuff is not purchased through Amazon. But I'm going to go through here and I'm going to say, okay, I have all these different things that I use. And if you give a shit about ball hockey and you come to my page and you see the ball hockey stuff, I'm going to have like basically like a little store kind of just like this that has the stuff on it, and it'll be like what I use, and then it'll say like buy on wherever, maybe something like that. And however I end up doing it, might not even be like this, but that's the point, is like a little thing where you can come onto here, you can see what I use, and then you can click on it and you can go out and you can use it, or you can buy it. And I just thought that was the coolest idea, because over here on my gear, which is just kind of confusing now because like there's two things. But regardless, maybe I'll fuse them. I don't really know. But point being, my gear is like everything else. And again, this is not done yet. But like I have a whole list, another list of I could actually probably show it right here. Let me see. Right here. This is a document that I have that's called My Gear, and it's like everyday carry, and it's like everything that I carry, right? That's the category there, and then everything that I use to film, everything that's on my desk here, everything that's like around the desk, then on the desk, everything that's in my room, podcast equipment, like so. It's just a fuck ton of shit. Like I've bought all this stuff, so like I'm trying to make some money back by, potentially saying, hey, person XYZ, you need a wallet. These secret wallets are very good. I use them. I believe in them highly. I like them as a company. Check out this link and go buy yourself one, and I'll make like a percentage of whatever you spend, type of thing. So that's the idea. That's called affiliate marketing, if anybody doesn't know and wants to get into that. But yeah, it's not like a huge thing, but it's very passive. You put the information out there, and then if somebody gives a shit and they click on it and they go get it, then you get paid. So yeah, but that's what I'm kind of doing with MJS, the whole site and everything like that. I want it to be very cool. I want it to be a place where you can just come here and you can see everything about me and know everything that I like kind of stand for, everything that I, like my life story and shit like that. Again, not because like I'm some asshole that just wants to talk about himself. I do like to do that, but like really because I think that it'll give people a better understanding of what I do, and in a lot of cases, I think I'm gonna be able to help them when they're like, oh, okay, so like he can help me with this or this or that, or he knows a lot about this, and that's just the way that I think about it. So, but that's pretty much all I got. Probably gonna get back to this unless I make a bad decision and play some Call of Duty, which I shouldn't do because I suck ass at that game. But yeah, so other than that, I think we are done for this evening. It was a good day. Tomorrow should be another good day. Should probably work more on the MJS site. Maybe some other things. I really want to like film this podcast travel gear setup video. I was thinking about editing the Aslo video that I've been saying I'm going to edit for basically months now. So I don't know. We're working. We're doing different stuff. There's a lot of shit. I need to start building a team because I need to scale. It's a whole kit and caboodle, but we're moving. So as always, guys, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you catch it on the rerun, thank you as well. I get people that like that sometimes, like videos that I post. I don't know if you're watching the whole thing, but if you are, I appreciate that. Thank you. Regardless, if you take a moment of your time ever to check my stuff out, I am very grateful. And that's it. Thank you guys.